All right. Well, in the meantime, let's get a look at Jordan's pitch for his online university. Let's take a look. Him and his daughter, Dragon Energy, Mikhaila herself.
It's just very slow.
With Peterson Academy.
Oh.
What if we could make getting a degree 95% less expensive? Because that's a pretty funny target.
Yeah, 95. Yeah, that's easy when you have no infrastructure building. It's just online. You don't have you don't do accreditations. You don't have real professors. Shit, it should be even less than 95%. It should be 99%. Probably a decimal.
Probably be free.
I think the real cynical reason behind this is because, thank you, in the culture war, like everyone is always going after the abolition. Well, Republicans want to abolish the Department of Education. That's number one, right? That's the first priority. That's why they always go with the school choice narrative. That's why I always like try to funnel public funds back into charter schools. They want to destroy the teachers' unions. And now the culture war has gotten to a point where like schools are so under attack by the Republican Party, and it's so well established that like public school is where you learn homosexual Marxism.
Yeah.
That like the Republican boards of education in states are comfortable giving money to PragerU, right?
Wait,
this
Prager
happened.
gets government money? But
You
it's
didn't
not
know
a real
this?
place. It's a website.
Prager
it's
University
like a YouTube
courses
channel.
are now being utilized. The kids, specifically Prager University kids, is being utilized in the state of Florida, in the state of Oklahoma, and if I'm not mistaken, New Hampshire is one of the other states that's like slowly implementing it, like phasing it in.
Wait, do we have an example of what they're using from PragerU?
Yes, they do. Media Matters did a deep dive into all the PragerU kids stuff. I've looked at it on the stream as well. It is disastrously bad.
It's just some dumbass with a YouTube channel of advocating for incest. I don't understand.
There isn't any.
It's worse than that. It is a dumbass with a YouTube channel advocating for incest with
Adult incest.
with animation.
Let
and
me let me watch one of these to see what's happening here in publicly funded.
I'll try
education.
and pull one here. Give me a second.
Yeah, I mean that is pretty cynical. I think Jordan just trying to get paid on the backs of this sentiment you're saying.
Yeah, there's like a Robert E. Lee one, which is pretty funny. I think that what they're like, they get together, two generals, and like they're like, yeah, you were just misunderstood. We just had a simple disagreement, but I really respect you. Robert E. Lee.
I mean, I learned a lot about Robert E. Lee in school. Like, he was,
good guy, misunderstood.
He was a great general, they said, and we need statues of him up all over
Outside of courthouses.
Every courthouse. He's a man of the law, and we need to basically worship him.
He was upholding the law.
Right.
And the law is always right.
It's the blue line, baby.
Yeah. He was upholding heritage and not hate.
95%. 95. And offer a better quality experience along the way. Why wouldn't it be good to provide
Let's get everybody in a white, empty void and talk about birds, evolutionary science.
Did you put the music or did they do that?
I did not do that. Let me see if it's on his channel.
Wait.
This is him. This is him. This is all
That's the ominous ass music that makes it look like they're a university for villains?
Hold on, let me go back.
Bro,
it is
this
very
is like,
Joker-esque.
It literally looks like, what are they teaching, like how to be a Bond villain? What the fuck's happening here?
Let's hear. Let me hear again.
That would be sick.
target. It's like, we're going to undercut you by 95% and offer a better...
That's crazy ominous. It's like hitting that apocalyptic cello. Nice, good.
I feel like conservatives are on their villain shit. Like they are just straight up like, no, we're the bad guys, and that's cool. You gotta have the good and the bad, so I'll be the bad guy. You've made me this way.
Let's see.
He's martyring himself.
Experience along the way. Why wouldn't it be good to provide everybody, at least in principle, with access to the best lecturers? You might think, why should you be generally educated? Because otherwise you're going to be a useless...
Why is this like a fever dream? Like they're cutting it more and more, like he's rambling. It reminds me of like Willy Wonka in the boat ride of madness.
This is unnecessarily scary for like lectures that are almost always going to revolve around like transgenders are actually morally wrong and you need to stop doing that. No more wokeness.
I mean, what do you think they talked about in evolutionary biology? If you look at the bird, there's not one transgender bird. Take a look.
Yeah, this is 100% going to be a biological predeterminism 101 that that subtly gets into
It's
like race
95%
realism.
cheaper.
It'll subtly get into race realism, but like not fully invest itself in it and just be like, yeah, I mean, we're just biologically predetermined to be, and we've evolved in a way to be right-wing capitalists. It's just normal. It's good. Natural.
This is phenomenal. Let's see.
At least in principle, with access to the best lecturers. You know, you might think, why should you be generally educated? Because otherwise you're going to be
What the
useless,
fuck?
resentful, bitter, pointless, counterproductive love. And
Which
that's
is
not
hilarious
engaged.
because that's who he is.
I
and
mean,
he's been educated.
Well, he's rich, so he's
So-
right. Sometimes when you're rich, you're just right by default.
Yeah, okay. Not
That's
if
what you're
you're
missing.
not if you're a socialist. Then
Right.
you're wrong.
He's not, and he's
Then
not.
you're wrong. And yeah, he definitely
He's
is.
pretty far.
He literally said Nazis were worse than socialists, and it's not even a contest the other day.
He said it's not even a contest. Like we can't
Yeah.
even compare them.
Yeah, he was like he's like it's really hard to be worse than the Nazis, but the socialists somehow did it,
Is
which
he just
was like,
talking about USSR probably?
but even then, it's just like pure ahistorical like nonsense that literally borderlines Hitler apologia at that point. It's like if you are looking at a situation on the one side, you have the Nazis. On the other side, you have the guys who killed the most Nazis, and you say the guys who killed the most Nazis are actually worse than the Nazis. You're just doing Holocaust apologia.
Yeah, the USSR was pretty bad though.
I agree, but there's a major difference between what the fuck. Sorry. There's a major difference between saying like due to authoritarian struggles, due to political struggles, due to economic struggles, lack of planning and the like, that an entire system that was trying to collectivize over the course of 100 years in comparison to the 400 years of collectivization that the Western capitalist nations have engaged in with slavery and brutal conquest in the form of colonialism. There's going to be hiccups. Not all of it is excusable, for the record. Obviously, it's not. But like comparing that to deliberate ethnic cleansing and then saying the other side is worse, especially when
It's not an argument I would necessarily want to put out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially